But it is a very important part of the game.
And we're in Beach. What's Beach?
Yeah, Buster Beach.
Buster
Standard
Beach.
stage, a very wide one at that.
Helix got.
Yeah, and
I'm
we're
a
going
Helix
to see
fan.
some Helix. We love Helix in this house.
This is my main and my secondary.
Helix is just the board, you know.
Helix is my main. Twintel is my secondary.
Very slimy, very sneaky. He's just the
very. And he's adorable. It's an adorable design. Oh man. I don't even know. I think they're just trying to see who punches first. Yeah, because Twintel is all about reacting.
Yeah, they're just eyeing each other right now.
Twintel is all about reacting, and Pringles knows that, so he still wants to be able to attack, but doesn't want to be the first to attack.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was trying to bait, but unfortunately, MrTable is going to be able to find the catch here on the landing with the rush. But yeah, for the most part, that's the big thing. Like, Pringles is leading the way here.
I don't know if you're being able to tell. I don't know if you guys are being able to tell, but Pringles is doing specific movements, not only with his body, but with the arms themselves in order to be able to bait MrTable to go in a specific direction. And even though he is going to go into that time freeze, he's still going to be able to hit. You've seen him with you constantly see it with the toaster more than anything. So that's kind of why he's winning at this moment. And he followed immediately with a rush, so that specifically has put him in a very favorable position.
But yeah, good trade here in favor of MrTable. He's going to spend the rush. It's not going to be quite enough to kill. We are now on one tap on both sides. MrTable coming back, but yeah, getting caught here by the explosion of the Tri-Blast. Tri-Blast is such a good weapon, honestly. It does the poking, it does the damage, it does the explosion, it does everything. It does your coffee, it does your taxes.
I mean, it is such a good arm, honestly. And he has that rush. I think he's saving it, but he does have that rush. He could use it at any moment. Using the grab throw is going to be a problem.
Using it to punish, obviously, that chakram real quick. Yeah, look at the pressure right now from Pringles. Going to retreat back a little bit, trying to get a cheeky catch with the explosion. Gets the grab instead. But yeah, right now Pringles is completely the master of the situation right now against MrTable.
I mean, this is his domain. This is his domain at this moment.
Yeah, the main expansion into the corner, and Pringles is going to be able to take the first game.
Oh man! This is all coming down to stage. I think this is now all coming down to stage. But the thing about Helix is, if MrTable gets any place like DNA Lab, it's going to come more down to Helix. As a favor, so I would say training stage, the one that's closer.
Sparring?
Because it's the sparring ring.
Yeah, I guess sparring could work because I feel like Helix's quote unquote dodge mechanic, where he stretches and he goes down, wouldn't necessarily
better from afar.
Yeah. It's not going to be as efficient on a smaller stage like sparring ring.
I don't know if they're Maybe I'm helping them without noticing.
Or maybe I'll even throw a curveball in there. What do you think of Spring Stadium?
Spring Stadium has been very, very good for me in the past, especially when I played Twintel. I've had because I also gain an additional height that I can use to be able to completely dodge attacks. So I think now that you bring it up, I think probably Spring Stadium would be better for Twintel at this moment. But the fact that Helix can gain height is gonna make that scary. So I would say that still Sparring Ring is better because it's more contained. So being able to make it so there's no there's no benefit to Helix's most of their abilities is just not being able to. I can't formulate the words right now. It's just not favorable if there's no distance. So Twintel would probably be better with that one.
Yeah, I think so, honestly. But I think they're just really thinking really hard right now, honestly. Just on the bans, on the pick. It is a very important decision. And by the way, while we are waiting, I would like to remind everyone that we are doing this for the kid. We are raising money for No Kid Hungry. Currently, we have $200 in the pot. As a reminder, half of that will go to the players. The other half will go to No Kid Hungry. Self-explanatory. They help kids not being hungry. But
and there are two ways to donate. You can donate directly, or you can buy merch.
Essentially, yeah.
Which, by the way, there's limited time specifically for this tournament merch. So if you go look at that, there's a specific beanie that's for this tournament only. So don't miss out on that deal. Anyway, who's we're still on round two. Yeah, round two.
This is they're still thinking about game 2, honestly.
Yeah, MrTable needs to pick.
Yeah, I feel like MrTable needed a little bit of time to breathe, just overall.
That too, because that was an intense match.
Yeah. Just the overwhelming pressure of the Helix from Pringles is it's kind of scary. Louis doing his homework.
I mean, again, as a Helix main, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I'm that good.
Helix is probably one of the trickiest character in the game.
The one that I bring to tournaments happens to be Master Mummy. That's the one I'm better with, weirdly enough.
Yeah, Master Mummy is just a very solid, quote-unquote, low-level, mid-level character, honestly.
It all depends on how you play it.
Yeah, and it also depends on the arms that are picked on the other side, because if they just run firearms, they're going to have a bad time.
Okay, we're heading into game 2. I'm excited.
Going to go to sparring
he did
ring.
sparring, yeah. Maybe he was hearing the stream, who knows?
I mean,
look, okay, they're...
And yeah, MrTable is definitely playing much more aggressive. Kind of going out of his zone of comfort overall. Like
he kind of has to. That's because Pringles doesn't need to have breathing moments, which is what happened last time. MrTable didn't have any time to breathe, and MrTable cannot let him breathe.
Yep, that's the big thing. Attack from here, buffer there, and yeah, we're going to find the rush here. Not going to be quite enough to kill the Pringles. Is right now stuck in the corner. Lewis, unfortunately, is going to get quickly taken out. That is the nature of
very
Sparring
quickly.
Ring.
See?
Yeah, that is the nature of Sparring Ring, honestly. Just a very aggressive state. We're talking about it being the warrior of arms. It is kind of true. Like it is so tiny.
So I think now it's all gonna be down to being able to not only dodge attacks as best as possible, but also being able to reserve that.
Yeah, but look, MrTable's arm is already down. Like Pringles is actually aiming straight for the arms themselves. Like Lewis is actually trying to remove that blocking option constantly from MrTable and just completely pressuring him. MrTable right now down 50%. Yeah, look at that. Pringles is definitely trying to play a little bit more defensive on a stage that is not meant to be played defensively, but it is working for the most part. Just going out on the other corner when MrTable is in the corner, not really interested in actually, keeping the pressure in the corner.
I think because he's now so down, I think he's playing more defensively. MrTable needs to go in more aggressively. Just the best offense, the best defense is a good offense. That's the thing that's gonna be all about. And oh man, neither of them used the rush.
Yeah, just sat on it. But that does put Lewis onto match point. Now it's a very stressful situation for MrTable.
I think using grabs in this match is a mistake, in my opinion, because it just leaves you up too vulnerable for such an aggressive and fast match. Oh, immediately use up because MrTable already used his.
Yeah, I think this was more so to try and catch maybe a dodge or something. But yeah, MrTable still took some pretty good chip damage overall from that rush.
Oh, MrTable using his ability in conjunction with a guard is actually very, very smart because he doesn't have to move out of the way, and it would put him in disadvantage. That's very smart. That's very smart.
Like, look at that. He's actually just using the ability to slow down the arm, set up the guard, and then get the advancing guard right after. Like, MrTable definitely, you know, really slowing down the pace, getting the rush as well. Pringles on his last legs.
This is
standing tall.
I've never seen this type of way to use the twin tail ability.
Yeah, it's just you combine game mechanics and sometimes it just works in synergy. And I feel like Twin Tail is one of the bigger examples of that. Pringles is going to find the rush here, not going to be quite enough to kill, but once again we are one tap on MrTable's side.
This is
and look at that, continuing to do some advancing guards, trying to go for the end. Yeah, the grab was just a little bit too committal. That's gonna be Lewis moving on and qualifying for top 8 tomorrow.
Man, he went for the grab, and that grab left him open, and specifically with Helix's ability to become small, trying to go for a grab is always bad against Helix, because Helix can just go right under it and then boom, jab you right in the throat.